What's going on, everybody? Sparks Comics here, back with another top indie comic list for New Comic Book Day. We've got the new comics coming out this week on March 15th to talk about this time. I've got a top 10 plus a trade paperback and an honorable mention for this list. But first, if you're new here, go hit subscribe, join the channel, and all the content that we're dropping every week. Got lots of great interviews coming up. First one this week is going to be with Mark London from Mad Cave Studios, writer of currently releasing Hunt, Kill, Repeat. So excited to talk with him. It's a great week. And if you haven't already checked out the interview last week with Emma Kubert, go over there right now. I talked about this in the FOC video, but drop a comment with the hashtag Stoneheart and let me know what you thought of the interview, and you'll be entered to win a copy of Stoneheart #1. That's it. Pretty simple. I will be drawing those before I film the final order cutoff video for this coming week, so you got a couple more days left to get entered into that, and I will video or screen capture the random generator and everyone who was entered, and we'll see who wins. So let's get into this list. Drop a comment on this video if you want to let me know what you picked up this week. The comment to enter the free Stoneheart is over on the video for the interview with Emma Kubert. This week, though, the books are just as amazing as every week. I don't know. I love every week's new comics for indie comics. This week, trade paperback coming out this week that you all should be picking up if you have not read this story already. And that is The Illusion Witch from Sumerian Comics, written by Ruben Romero with art by Andrea Errico. And this one was the 2022 winner for Best Behemoth/Sumerian Comic. At our award show, at our Indies Awards. So that's why I think you guys need to be picking it up, because this, voted by the people, said this is one of the best books that came out in 2022. I loved it. I love a good fantasy story, especially when we got this talk about illusionists and actual magic and a whole fantasy world to explore. I can't wait for more of this. There's got to be more of it coming. It's a cool world to see. My honorable mention this week is one that is returning. It's got a new story arc, and it is one that I love so much, but I'm trying to highlight some newer comics now, and this is Noctera #12. Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel bringing us the new arc here for Noctera. I can't wait for more of this. I don't know how long they're planning to do Noctera for. It's ongoing, of course, but all ongoings have an eventual end. But I am here for the crazy ride as long as they want to do it. All right, so my number 10 pick this week is going to Blood Moon Comics for Stray Sheep #2 of 5 from Andrew Osborne and Hernan Gonzalez. Coulson has an invitation and the knowledge that someone is watching him. But with only an address to go on and no clue of what to expect when he gets there, will he risk his life to get the truth? Will he play the game? This one from the Panico Press imprint of Blood Moon Comics, and I really enjoyed issue #1. I haven't gotten around to writing that review for it yet. I've got a list that is getting smaller finally, but it's a good list of comics. So it's on my list to get Stray Sheep #1 reviewed for you all. But if you are interested, go check out Stray Sheep from Blood Moon Comics, and it's my number 10 pick. Number 9 this week, also going to a small indie imprint here, and we've got Blacktooth Comics Emo Girl #4 from Julian Lawler III and Martin Montiel and Alvion Ortiz. The Battle of Alexandria. After a very bloody battle in the small town of Alexandria, Virginia, no one is safe. The truth is out. Emo Girl stands victorious among the dead, but at what price? Foe and friend alike have succumbed to the new reality. Only one question remains. How far down the rabbit hole are they willing to go? This has been an interesting story so far. of really like what is reality, what is just this perception of events, of what's going on, as this girl has been trying to figure out, has she been killing vampires, or has that been like something implanted in her thoughts of who they were actually killing when her father and her were killing these vampires. And of course he is in jail because it was one of the killings was witnessed, and it was thought that he was murdering someone. So it's an interesting story. And that is my number 9 pick this week. Number 8, we're going to Boom Studios for Behold Behemoth. Number 4 of 5 from Tate Bromble and Nick Robles. Gray and Wren return to where it all began, the birthplace of the Behemoths. But a figure from the past still pursues them, deadlier than ever before, leaving a trail of blood in their wake. Just another great Boom Studios series that has been coming out, and I absolutely have been loving every second of it. That one, number 8 on the list. Number 7 on the list, we're going to Scout Comics for Kilchella, number 4 of 4 from Mario Candelaria and Larturo Havlovich. And then this story is just so good. Topanga's endgame is revealed as she and her fawns exit the Summerland Massacre to begin the next phase of her plan, the immolation. Blair makes a tough decision in a hope of saving her friends from this new terror. This has been like Kilchella meets a slasher film, and it's phenomenal. I love what Mario and Laturo have been doing with this story. Just fantastic building of suspense, fantastic artwork, just every second of it is a good time. So go pick up that series as well. It's a 4-issue miniseries ending this week. Number 6 on the list, we're going to Image Comics for Monarch. Number 2 from Rodney Barnes and Alex Linz. Stranger from Above Part 2. It's Earth versus aliens with one teenage boy standing between them in this tale of terror and high stakes science fiction. From, of course, Rodney Barnes, the writer behind Eisner-nominated series Philadelphia, and writer-executive producer of HBO's Winning Time, and up-and-coming Marvel artist Alex Linz, bringing a tale of love, triumph, disaster, and defeat. Young Trayvon has ventured beyond the makeshift shelter of his high school walls in a desperate search for food, rations for the surviving students, but no heroic act goes unpunished. Trayvon finds himself captured and at the mercy of these strange beings from another world. But what do they want with him? Why are they attacking Earth? And will he ever see his beloved Daisha again? Or is he as doomed as the rest of the world? It's my number 5 pick. Loved number 1 on that one. Number 6 pick. Number 5, also sticking with Image Comics for this one. We're going to Hexware. Number 4 of 6 from Tim Seeley and Zulema Lavina. Hexware's mission continues. After unexpectedly joining forces with the Helljumpers, the android in service of the darkest depths is determined to get to the bottom of the conspiracy behind Jesse's death. But the answers she gets may be worse than she ever imagined when all signs point to Kieran, Jesse's father, as the prime suspect. It's getting a little crazy in Hexware, and it is a really cool magical cyberpunk world with lots of supernatural elements, and it is one hell of a good time to read that one. Speaking of supernatural, the number 4 pick this week is going to AWA for Trojans, number 3 of 4 from Daniel Kraus and Lacey and Marco Lesko on the colors. Last issue, things got crazy. Plot twist thrown in on us, and I love it. The essentially what we thought was going on with issue number 1 is really not going on, and in issue 2 things take a good turn. I love it. This is a 4-issue miniseries, so they gotta ramp up action real quick, and they are, but it does not feel rushed right now. So pacing so far really good. We've got supernatural beings that are essentially like hunted and almost down into like the black market and hiding and there's some real prejudices against these creatures of myth. And we got our main character, Nessa, going to those dark corners of the dark web to enact a plan of sorts. That is my number 4 pick. Number 3 this week is going to Frank Miller Presents for Frank Miller's Pandora. Number 3 from Chris Silvestri, Anthony Moranville, and Emma Kubert on the artwork, as Annabeth and Nox explore powers of an ancient relic as it begins to reveal new mysteries and break down the walls that separate their two worlds. Just a fantastic fantasy series that we've been getting so far. It's so good. I love how much fantasy we're getting in comics right now, and I feel like the comics world has shifted from horror to more fantasy recently, and I am here for it. Of course, like I said, we talked to Emma Kubert recently on the channel, so go check out that interview. Drop a comment, #Stoneheart on that video. Let me know what you thought of the interview in that comment, and you're entered to win a copy of Emma's creator-owned book there, Stoneheart. But this the story she was telling us about getting to work with the team here is fantastic, and how all of that came to be. Number 2 this week is going to Image Comics for Black Cloak number 3 from Kelly Thompson and Meredith McLaren. I love this world so much. Black Cloak, to me, is like a whole new saga that I'm getting to read from the beginning, and the world is just beautiful and fantastic, and Meredith McLaren's artwork is amazing, and the story that Kelly's writing is just so good. It's so good. In this issue, Black Cloak's Essex and Pax make desperate moves to uncover the truth before powerful forces cover it up forever. A dead man speaks, magician's scheme, and the deadly mysteries of the lagoon prove impossible for our heroes to resist. That is the number 2 pick. Number 1 this week is going to Scout Comics for By the Horns Dark Earth number 7 from Marquesin Nasso and Jason Muir. This is one of the best issues in comics I've ever read. It's phenomenal. It's a 10 out of 10 read. It's beautiful. It covers some mental health topics and is just some of the best art on this series so far. Jason and colorist Steve Cannon take it up a notch and just hit that high level of artwork on this book. If you are just looking for a point to hop in on the By the Horn story, do it right here, because as this story is being told with all splash pages, we get a little bit of like what's been going on, and it's really focused in on our eye here, Evelyn, and her journey to becoming who she is now, and struggling with some mental health things that in a lot of the events of the world that have occurred and affected her. So this is a very good, very beautiful issue in both art and writing. So please, if you have not checked out the By the Horn series at all, there's a trade paperback out for volume 1 right now, and volume 2's trade, the first volume of Dark Earth, should be coming soon. I don't think it's out yet, but it should be coming soon. We also talked with the team here, Marquesan and Jason, and we had a blast talking with them. So go check out that interview and go check out By the Horns, because that is my number 1 pick this week, and that wraps out my top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. So thank you for watching this video. If you have made it this far and aren't subscribed, go hit that button down below and turn on the bell notification button so you will know when we're dropping new videos. And like I said, drop a comment. Let me know what you are picking up this week. Like this video and share it out there with people who are looking to see what indie comics are coming out each week, because I like to highlight the ones that maybe you haven't come across. Maybe those smaller ones, but there are like Noctera. Most indie comic readers have heard of by now, and I just love it. So it always has to get a mention because they are killing it over there. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, collect what you love. See you next time.